Jadi malam ini I want to tell you guys that so far great job. Kita baru saja menyentuh 100.000 users, and that's all thanks to you guys, yeah. And to me, this just shows that what we've been doing is working so far, and I want you guys to be proud of it. I'm happy that you guys are taking the spotlight. Sangat bahagia. Kenapa? Karena you guys are wonderful and you guys are doing something great alongside me, and I'm thankful for that. So first of all, great job. Now, malam ini I want to tell you guys one thing. Jadi tadi siang I went out with Cerita Sultan. You guys probably seen his content, 500k followers. And dia yang interview narasumber tentang, oh, kapan dapat 10M pertama? Kapan dapat 10M pertama? Dan, oh, kapan kamu bakal, ya yang itulah, that guy. You probably seen him. And what is surprising about it is that dia itu udah interview ratusan orang. Ratusan, mungkin udah 500 orang ya, udah coba. Tapi he still has one fear. Fear of failure. Fear di reject, fear di itu. And to me it's so funny. Dia itu kalau pergi interview orang satu hari, itu bisa di reject 10 kali. Gitu kan, and he only gets 1 interview, 2 interviews. But then he tells me, I'm not trying to glaze myself, you can ask him this. What happens when he comes out with Ethan? He said this to me tadi siang, and to me it's like something that's proud moment of mine lah. Adalah dia bilang, Ten, I want you to be with me because every time I go with you, I don't know why I get more viewers. I get more interviews. Tadi kita barusan interview di Sensi, kita dapat 5 orang. I don't think he's gotten that much before. I don't know. But kenapa? Because I bring sort of an energy that I energize him. I talk to him. I tell him, why are you scared of failure? You get a no, ya udah, go gas lagi, laugh it off. And that's the mindset yang aku ingin kalian lihat. Guys, kalau kalian lihat my sosmed, it's not doing well. I get 2k views, 3k views, 5k views. I don't care. I laugh it off. You know, it's not my week. Ya udah, try next week again. Yeah. Jadi I nggak mau kalian pernah. Okay, what's the difference between rep sama iteration? Repetition is you sort of lifting a dumbbell and then hoping, oh my gosh. You know what? It's repeating movement, ya kan? Do it in a very good form, it'll eventually get bigger. But it's different. Not everything is like a muscle where if you do it statically kayak gini, bakal mengembang. Kadang-kadang kita harus alternate, kita ganti grip, kita harus kayak gini, biar masanya tumbuh. When you do that, you iterate. Bedanya repetition sama iteration apa? Iteration itu ada refleksi. Aku mau kalian tahu, kalau you harus tahu apa yang salah. Makanya kita perlu failure. Kita harus tahu kenapa kita nggak viral. Menurut aku kenapa konten aku nggak viral, karena I've been using the same scripts for a while. My followers are getting bored of it. I can tell, ya kan? And gue cuma tunjuk-tunjuk pakai pulpen. Because one of my most viral videos did that, and I'm just trying to do it 10 more times. Turns out it's not working. Ya udah, I'm gonna go back to cutting buah. See, I'm iterating. I went from cutting buah, ngaduk air, terus habis itu using a pen, using a pencil, using a spoon. And then I realized it's not working anymore. I'm probably gonna go back to cutting buah again. You know? I'm gonna see, okay, Shannon's doing well. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Shannon apa? Gila, Shannon's doing so well. Trisha's doing so well. You guys have to look at that and do it the same. Yeri's also coming back up. Yeah, I want you guys to iterate. Kalian iterate gimana? Kalian ke #fails and reflect. Itu aku taruh udah. Ya, yeah. Already put down, okay, this is the format. I want you to know what went wrong and what can be done better next time. That's so important, guys. So important. Yeah. And what's so funny about... Sorry, let's erase this. Kenapa content creation is so fun? And why if you fail, it's good. Why? Kita semua ada fear of being judged. Being judged happens when judgment comes from people looking at you di perspektif yang berbeda. Bener gak? But I define failure apa? No views. Good. Good, you get no views. Berarti there's no judgment. Good, there's no judgment. Ya udah, then why you care if you fail or not? Gak peduli. Ya, the nice thing about content creation, kita kalau fail, kita nggak dilihat. Ya makanya itu, no one sees our failures. And to me that's such a beautiful thing. Yang lain, lu kalau fail S3 lu, ya lu udah habisin duit. Lu fail membangun sebuah gedung. Orang masuk, gedungnya jatuh, orang-orang mati. Content creation, you fail, you hurt no one. No one. Video 1 menit. Orang kalau ngeliat terus habis itu langsung scroll, ya udah ngeliat lu. They only see you for 3 seconds and they scroll. That's a failure. So why care? I want you to ilangin nerve-nya. Ya, nerve of failure. Oke? I mau kalian ilangin itu. Ya. Nah, next what I want you to realize is this one thing, okay? So, I'm going to talk about architecture ya, because menurut aku goes back to my 3 pillars of authenticity. Experience, skill, and pain. My pain skill ini is architectur. Yeah. And to me, that's how I look at content creation. I don't look at it as videos, I look at it as buildings. That's why I've been able to produce the results, because kalau kalian membuat sebuah gedung, kalian harus melihat ini sebuah dari berbagai prinsip. And I want you guys to find this. What is it for you guys? Ya, mungkin ada yang suka bola. Ya udah. Kalau kamu melihat content creation dari segi gimana pemain bola bermain bola, maybe there might be something better than if you were to look at content creation in just a content creator perspective. Kenapa? Input sama akan menjadi output sama. That's my equation. It's so simple, guys. Ganti inputnya, outputnya beda juga. Yes. It then leads to my next point ya. So there is this one guy called Antonio Gaudi. You can search this one building namanya La Sagrada Familia. I'm going to give you guys a lesson that is harganya 1M. That's how much my architecture school cost. No, 2M lah, 2M. Yeah, I went to school in Sydney. So you better listen, 2M nih. How did he die? Kalau kalian lihat this building, kalian cek bakal selesainya 2026. Mulainya 1886. 100, ya berapa tahun lah, 140 tahun. Gila nggak? Itu gila sih. And the building's not even finished. He's dead. You know how did he die? Dia lagi lihat gedungnya, saking gedenya dia harus lihat ke atas. Terus dia pas balik-balik ditabrak sama tram. That's how he died. You guys can fact check it. Okay, what's so amazing about La Sagrada Familia? Kenapa arsitek ini sangat hebat? Adalah dia memakai satu metode gimana dia bisa membuat bangunan yang sangat mega. Mega banget. Kalian harus cek deh. You look at it in Google and all that. It's so crazy. He made it in 1886. Gimana? Nggak ada komputer, nggak ada bisa visualize gimana. Gambar pun lu kalau bikin curve, gimana bisa tahu exactly harus kayak gini. Nggak bisa. Gimana? Dia invent metode baru. Jadi dia, ibaratnya dia set the ceiling. Dia pakai taruh tali lagi. Di sini ada weights. Langsung jadinya kalau di invert jadinya gedung. Ini jadi space. Orang-orang bisa dalam. Ya. Dia melihat gedung itu bukan mungkin hanya dari pensil, dia sketsa, enggak. Dia mencari dari berbagai metode. I want you guys to have the same thing. Kalian skillnya di mana, kalian painnya di mana, kalian suka apa, and kalian harus ngomongin itu pas, ya. You guys have to talk about it in your content. That's how you differentiate and eliminate semua kompetisi, ya. Sure, even if I say the same thing sebagai Kezia sama Rashid, gue bakal hit audience yang berbeda, tapi it's not me. Bakal kerasa in my soul. If you were to hit all this, I tell you, content creation will be so fulfilling. To me, content creation is the best thing that has ever happened to me because I don't see it as content creation, I see it as architecture. Okay? This then goes to my second point. Okay? My second point for today is that this is not me. Kalian kalau lihat this guy, Rick Rubin, dia orang kaya tau nggak dari mana? Artis-artis bayar dia untuk dengerin musiknya terus kasih tanggapan, that's it. Dia nggak ada technical ability, dia nggak bisa main musik apapun, dia nggak bisa nyanyi, dia nggak bisa main gitar, nggak apa-apa, nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain. Tapi artis bayar dia jutaan dolar, dia kaya banget sekarang. Kenapa? Because of taste. And he is an artist who cannot paint, cannot do this, cannot do that, but then dia dapat jutaan dolar. Kenapa? Because he leverages what he knows, perception dia, mata dia, telinga dia, mulut dia. Gimana dia bisa ngomong dengan cara yang sangat berbeda daripada orang sebelumnya, orang sebelahnya, atau orang di depan dia. Berbeda loh. Bukan berarti bagus. Dia banyak banget failure. Aku dengerin satu podcast, dia bilang, gila gue aja kadang-kadang bikin musik bareng sama artis ini, nggak hit kok. Nggak hit, banyak banget. Kadang-kadang gue bikin, gila ini musik paling bagus. Tapi nggak hit. Oh karena ini, karena itu. Tapi nggak apa-apa. Goes back to my failure part, he does not care about failure. Dia melihat itu sebagai necessity untuk bisa menjadi successful. Oke? What did Rick Rubin say? Aku ngomongin di Inggris ya, sorry ya. The best artists make their perception as personal as possible and show it. Itu aja. Imagine kita kalau bisa kasih lihat ke dunia bagaimana our life is so beautiful. Gimana kita melihat sebagai sesuatu bidang in such a way kalian gak pernah dengar. Have you guys ever heard someone talk about content creation this way? I don't think so. That's why you want to listen to me. Because every sentence that I will say from this point on is something that you cannot predict. Why? Because I've realized my skills, my experience, my pain is so unique. Pas aku bilang sesuatu kata, I want to make it so unpredictable that it then enters your mind and feels so powerful. That's the same way you should do your content creation. Don't be so slow, don't be so meticulous. Kamu harus membuat setiap kata sangat perfect sampai kalian gak bisa bikin konten. Enggak, bukan kayak gitu. That's not the point. The point is gimana kalian bisa say the same script tapi ngomong in such a way yang sangat unik ke kalian. Orang mau denger. If I deliver seminar ini dengan cara, halo saya Ethan, saya ini, kalian mau denger? Ada gue tinggi, ada gue ke bawah. Ada tinggi, ada ke bawah. Because why? Aku tahu tempo. That's how it is. That's why we want to listen to good music. Kadang-kadang musik yang bagus itu bukan hanya energy, tapi juga ada low-nya. That's why beat drops are so nice to listen to because it takes you from a high to a down. Yeah. Next, the specifics about content creation that I want to talk to you about. Okay, one more reminder for the guys, orang-orang yang belum ada ini, you guys are missing out on leads. Leads itu apa? Leads itu users yang beli dengan kode affiliate. Ya kan? Sayang banget, there's already kita udah jutaan lah ya for you guys. Affiliate code is the jackpot, guys. Please, I want you to realize that. Aku baru saja hangout sama this one group, a company, namanya SVO.ai. Their affiliates can earn jutaan dolar. That's what I want to do for you guys as well. That's only gonna happen kalau kalian beneran tekun banget sama content create, sama using your code and making that sure that your CTA, bio, captions semua ada your code. Oke? Next, ManyChat. Please pakai ini, please pakai ini, please. Please, itu kalian bisa auto DM orang kalau yang komen di kalian, langsung kamu kasih DM, oh pakai ini, website ini, pakai kode ini. Mereka bakal ingetin, and I'm telling you, itu udah pasti convert buat kalian. ManyChat, please. Harganya cuma $15 per bulan. Kalian kalau dapet just 3 sales, udah balik modal. Oh sorry, 5 lah. Balik modal. Oke, ingat, $15 is cheap. If you guys are earning $100 every month or 1,000. Oke. Next. Buat kalian yang kemarin gak ikut pas aku seminar bersama dengan Rasidre. Yes, we have a content creation yang 1 juta followers total di TikTok sama Instagram, and dia kasih tahu these 4 things. Nomor 1 yang paling important ya. 2, 3, 4. Paling important in content creation. Content. Apa? Aku mulai dari bawah ya. Nomor 4, editing. Dia bilang lu gak usah edit sangat bagus, sangat wow, sangat premium. Gak bakal mean anything. Ya, lu edit yang 1 menit sama yang 100 menit. Yang 100 menit belum tentu lebih viral dari yang 1 menit. Oke? 3 adalah visual. Visualnya apa? Bedanya sama editing apa? This is camera quality lah specifically. Ya, nomor 4. Nomor 2, audio. Yes, suara kamu, gimana kamu memakai sound effect, itu sangat penting, itu nomor 2. Dan yang pertama adalah script. This is where hooks are. And this is where the value is, ya kan, gimana kamu body-nya of the content, and this is the CTA as well. Ya, ingat itu. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you guys had fun. Selamat malam.